Now we're going to talk about the basics of a Meta Ads account. The overall account structure has your campaigns, which then falls into your ad sets, and then your creatives, which are your ads. So it's very similar to Google Ads, the structure of it, but it just has different terminology. So the budgets can be set at the campaign level. It can actually also be set at the ad set level. It depends if you want to do a campaign budget optimization or an ad set level budget. The benefit of a campaign budget optimization, which is CBO, setting the budget at the overall campaign level, is saying, Meta, I'm setting up my ad sets, but just push it where it's going to be successful. Push volume spend towards the ad set that's going to be successful. Now, why would you segment by ad sets? That's where you have audiences, location settings, and the specific creatives that you can do. So if you have a company that you're trying to target, let's say watches, and you're targeting men and you're going to be doing men watches, you're going to be targeting women and you're going to be doing women watches. So you want to make sure you're not showing the man, the woman watches. So you're going to be setting up your audiences separately, your creatives separately, and there's different reasons for every business goal, your business objective. But ad set level budgets will say, okay, I have this overall campaign, but I'm setting up my ad sets differently, and I want to make sure I'm allocating specific budgets to specific ad sets. There's benefits and there's pros and cons of each one of setting it up with an ad set level budget, campaign budget. There's differences, there's different reasons we would do it. There's a lot of testing reasons we would do it with the ad set level budget, but typically you use campaign budget optimization, allowing Meta to push budgets to where it's going to be see the most success, whatever the objective is. And that's typically where you're going to see traffic go. Now, again, there's reasons to do ad set level budget, but typically budgets are set at the campaign level. We usually do daily budgets, not as much lifetime budgets. There's reasons you can do lifetime budgets, but we typically do daily budgets. Each campaign contains at least one ad set, which is where the audience, location, and placement targeting is set. And then in each ad set, it contains at least one ad. So you could have multiple ads within each ad set. You can have one ad, and then that ad can consist of text copy, still images, videos, anything we've discussed beforehand under the creative section. I want to briefly show you what this looks like in platform so you don't get scared off of how does this actually translate into what I see in the dashboard if you're more of a visual person. So you have your campaign here. You could toggle it on and off, right? Right now this campaign is off, and this is your campaign level. We have the bid strategy. It was on highest value. The budget was $100 a day, and this is where you're going to see the attribution settings. With highest value, it's 7-day click. With highest volume, it's 7-day click or 1-day view. And you'll see here too, this is using ad set level budget. This is using campaign budget. So any campaigns that are using campaign level budgets, you're going to see the budget here. Anything that's using ad set bid strategy or using ad set budget. So let's go into this one. For example, we have the DOLA prospecting campaign. This we were running for our DOLA marketing conference, which you guys get access to. And here's where we have ad sets. So we were targeting in the New York area, marketing interest. So we're targeting different people that were interested in marketing and the demographics. Remember, we talked through audiences. You can have different interest audiences. So this was focused more on different marketing ones. We also used Advantage Plus. So we labeled that. And then we were also targeting in the New York area a lookalike of past DOLA attendees. So this is the ad set level. So using campaign budget, it's going to push the volume and budget to where it thinks it's going to be more successful. It doesn't matter to me if we're targeting marketing interests or lookalikes, as long as I'm being more successful. But maybe I want to target them differently, or I want to make sure that we're actually segmenting them differently. If we have a lookalike and then interest, it kind of overlaps it. I don't want to overlap it. I don't want lookalikes with interest. I want to target lookalikes. I want to target interests. If you try to put them together in one ad set, you're essentially saying, find me these lookalike audiences, and they're also interested in marketing, which doesn't matter to me. So I want to make sure I'm getting both these different audiences in our funnel or in our targeting campaign. And then at the ad set level, you have different ads. So these were the ads that we were running. You can go in. So sometimes they'll be on and off. You could preview. This is my favorite little button. You preview them. You could see the different ways it appears, and then you can go through the different options that are here. So you'll see ads at this level, which can be different than the ads you're running in the other ad set. So that's how a Meta Ads account is set up. You have the campaign level at the top, the ad set level, and then the ads for that ad set. You can also filter things through. You can filter the ad name, the campaign name. Campaign name contains this. It contains that. It has the learning phase status, the objectives of the campaigns, the name ID. You can also search by ad. So let's say you search for DOLA. Campaign name contains DOLA. Ad set name contains DOLA. Ad name contains DOLA. And then you'll get that information at the total level if you're trying to get reporting at the total level, etc. But you can also purchase by ad delivery, active ads, whatever you want. You can add more. There's different quick views you could look at. And then you have the time period here, which we'll talk about more later. But let's say I'm looking at today actually, because I was looking at the budget spend we spent today. But you can also look at, let's say, the last month performance. This DOLA was running a little while ago, so it's not on, but you can compare it to the previous period. You can choose the custom comparison. Let's say you want to look at this year versus last year. You want to look at this month versus last month. You want to look at the last 7 days and then compare it to the previous days. And then you'll be able to see the difference in performance. That's what you have at the campaign, ad set, and ad level. Next, we're going to talk about Advantage Plus campaigns. So Meta did introduce Advantage Plus campaign, which throws a wrench into the overall marketing funnel that we have and setting up different campaigns. It brings about a different way of thinking through campaign structure.
Go behind the scenes at one of New York's fastest growing digital advertising agencies. Learn the tactics that we deploy for our clients every single day. You're going to be able to take that information, the best practices, the testing frameworks, and apply them today in your own campaigns and see extraordinary results. Join the AdVenture Academy and learn digital advertising from the #1 and #3 most influential PPC experts in the world. They don't teach this stuff in advertising school.